Hi everyone, welcome to Evie's Toy House. Today we're making a highly requested split pony custom. So I've made a lot of split pony customs recently. I've made one for Daybreaker and Princess Celestia, Princess Luna, and Nightmare Moon, and even Princess Cadence and Queen Chrysalis. So if you guys watched those videos and liked it, let me know down below by commenting I saw them. So today we're going to be using Twilight Sparkle. So I have a little Twilight Sparkle here. She's looking super cute. And we're going to be turning her into a split pony. Before we start, if you like my custom ponies and also my split ponies, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell button so you'll get notified when my next custom comes out. Alright, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is remove the mane and the tail. We're going to replace it with clay instead. So I'm taking my scissors and we're cutting off the mane. And we're going to cut the tail off too. Next, we're going to remove the little stubble of hair here. So we're going to take off Twilight's head off. And down here, there is a neck plug. We're going to have to remove that in order to reach inside it. So I'm using my X-Acto knife to cut around it. And if you're doing this at home, make sure to get your parents to help you because X-Acto knives are very sharp. Alright, the plug is out and you can see the hair on the inside. I'm using my long nose pliers and we're just going to yank that hair out. To finish prepping the pony, I'm using some 100% acetone and we're going to take off one eye. So I'm going to take off the eye on the right side. Now we're ready to start customizing. We're going to start by building the mane. I'm going to be using oven baked clay. I find it a little bit easier to work with because it doesn't dry out on me. I'm taking a log of clay and I'm going to roll it so that it's tapered on one end. Then we're going to take that end and curl it up a little bit, and then we can shape it against Twivine's side. For our Twilight side, we're going to take another roll of clay, and this time we're going to flatten it out. On the bottom of this piece, I'm going to cut a little curve, and we're going to fit it against Twilight's side. So this is the hair that goes over her shoulders. Once it's in place, I'm going to cut a little triangle out for the little separation. And for the bangs, we're going to use another flat piece of clay. We're going to make the bottom slightly curved. We're going to cut out a little circle here for her horn. And once it's on the head, we can continue to shape it to the shape that we want. Once we have the shape that I want, we're going to fill in the gap here with a little bit more clay. And of course on the front, we got to cut this little triangle. And on the back side, we're going to fill it in with more clay. Alright, so here is Twilight. Her mane has been baked. And look what happened. Oh no! I had this part of her head a little bit too close to the heat source and it melted. So right now, a little bit of her ears and a little bit of her horn is actually melted. And here you can see a little burnt spot. So I think this part will be okay since I can paint over it. However, this side is just going to be melted. But I think we can continue. I think I'm going to try to save her. Her ears will just look a little bit soft and melted. But let's go ahead and finish her. Now we're going to make the crowns. So Twivine's and Twilight's crowns are a little bit different. Let's start with Twivine's. I'm going to cut little strips of black clay and we're going to arrange them into triangle shapes. And of course we got to put our little teal diamonds on top. On Twilight's side, I'm going to use a piece of yellow clay and I'm going to cut out a star shape. I'm going to add a little curl here. We're also going to add a longer piece for support. On Twivine's side, we're going to draw in the eyes. I'm going to be using dark green. And then we're going to line the eyes. And give her some eyelashes. For our irises, we're going to be using purple. And we're going to use black for her pupils. For the whites of the eye, I'm going to draw in a little diamond. Now we're ready to paint the hair. So on Twilight's side, I'm going to start with the magenta stripe. And then we're going to do the purple stripe. After that, we're going to fill in the rest with dark blue. We're going to do the same thing for the bangs. We're going to add the magenta stripe, and then we're going to do the purple stripe. After that, we're going to fill in the rest with dark blue. On Twivine's side, I'm going to start with a purple stripe, and then a teal stripe, and I'm going to fill in the rest with black. I'm going to do something similar with the hair over her shoulders. For the tail, I'm going to make two different tails since they both have different shapes. I have a log of clay and we're going to roll it so that it's tapered on one end, and we're going to curl it into an S shape. For Twilight's side, I'm taking a flatter piece. We're going to cut the bottom at an angle so it's flat. Once they're baked, they look like this. Pretty cool. Alright, let's paint. For the tail, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start with the magenta stripe. Then I'm going to add the purple stripe. And paint the rest of the tail dark blue. For Twivine's side, we're going to start with the teal stripe. And then the purple stripe. And then the rest of it is going to be black. Alright everyone, so we are done with our new split pony. What do you guys think? Do you like her? So on the left side here, of course, is Twilight Sparkle. We replaced her regular hair with hair made of clay. And of course, we also added a crown and also a necklace. So here is the side profile of her. She looks like a regular Twilight Sparkle. And on the right side, we have Twivine Sparkle, looking pretty evil. So she has her crown, which is a little bit different. She also has this purple wavy thing on her eye and a different style necklace. Her hair is also a little bit different. It is more curly and it's a different color. So it's teal and purple instead of magenta and purple. And of course her tail is also different. It is a more S-shaped tail. One thing that I did mess up on was melting her ear and horn. I used a toaster oven to bake the clay, and her horn and ear was actually touching the heat source, so that was not a good thing. So I'll have to be careful about that. However, You can't really see it, I guess until I pointed it out, but here these ears are a little bit softer here, and also the grooves on her horn is gone and it's a little bit tilted. But overall, I'm really happy with the result. I think she looks really cool, and this was a lot of fun to make. So let me know down below in the comment section what you think of my split pony. If you guys want to see more split pony customs, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Hi everyone, and welcome to Evie's Toy House. So I received a whole lot of requests for my next split pony custom. So today I'm going to try to make Pinkamena Diane Pie versus Pinkie Pie. So Pinkamena Diane Pie is actually Pinkie Pie's full name, and she looked totally different before she got her cutie mark. So I'm going to be using this pony because she has molded hair, and I think she's going to look really good afterwards. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to start by cutting off half of Pinkie Pie's mane. This is actually very difficult to do because Pinkie Pie's mane is very thick. So if you're doing this at home, make sure to get your parents to help you. As you can see here, I'm just cutting off small chunks at a time. So after a long time, I'm finally done, and take a look. The mane has been cut in half, but I left Pinkie Pie's little twist on the front. Next, we're going to change the shape of her eye. I'm using some acetone, and I'm going to take off the top portion of her eye. Using a piece of tape, I'm going to tape Pinkie Pie right down the middle, and this will help me when I paint her on one side. For this custom, I'm going to change Pinkamena's color on her side, and this is just so that the two Pinkie Pies look different. So I'm going to paint her a little bit darker. And we're going to paint over her cutie mark, but we'll put it back in later. Using black, I'm going to draw in her upper lids. And we're also going to add some lashes. And with white, we're going to fill in her eyes. For her irises, we're going to paint it blue. Then give her black pupils. We're going to add small lashes under her eye and give it 2 white dots. Now we're going to make her mane. I'm going to be using oven baked clay, and we're going to cut out a rectangular piece. Pinkamena's hair is very straight, so we're going to try to make this very straight and flat. I'm going to curve it on the top and shape it around Pinkie Pie's head. At this point, I'm feeling for the ears. We're going to have to cut out some ear holes for her ears to go through. So now that we know where the ears are, we're going to cut it out using an X-Acto knife. Now we're going to put it back on the head and bake it. For the tail, I'm also going to use a flat piece of clay, and we're going to cut it out around Pinkie Pie's tail. So Pinkie Pie's tail is going to be curly, but Pinkamena's tail is going to be very straight. And with a dotting tool, I'm going to add some lines to it. Now we're going to attach it back to Pinkie Pie's tail and bake it. Now that the clay pieces have been baked, we're going to paint it a pink color. I'm going to paint both the mane and also the tail. And finally, we're going to put Pinkie Pie's cutie mark back on. And we're going to do this on both sides of her flank. We're going to start with a yellow balloon, 2 blue balloons, and some string. And we're going to do this on the other side too. Alright everyone, so we are done. So take a look. So on the right side is the Pinkie Pie as we know her, super happy and chipper. And on the left is the original Pinkie Pie, or Pinkamena Diane Pie. So she has straight hair, goes straight down. She's not as happy. And so I also changed her colors just so that it is a little bit different from Pinkie Pie. And I think it looks a little bit strange just because of the hair. So over here you can see that her hair is super high here on the poofy side and flat and straight on this side. So I tried to add a little bit of red glitter just to get that pink hair covered a little bit and doesn't look like it just got cut in half, but that's pretty much what happened. And you can see here that her hair is a little bit bigger because I wanted to cover the Pinkie Pie's tail. As you can see, her eyes are a little bit more serious on the left side and super happy on the right side. So let me know down below in the comment section what you think of my split Pinkie Pie. And if you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Hi everyone and welcome to Evie's Toy House. Today we're going to be making another split pony. Many of you asked me to do a half Fluttershy and half Flutterbat. And since Halloween is coming up, I thought it'll be fun to do that. Alright, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is remove the hair. Since Flutterbat and Fluttershy's hair is just slightly different, I'm going to build it out of clay. So I'm going to use some scissors here and cut off the mane. And we're also going to cut off the tail. Next, we're going to remove the head. So we're just going to pop it right off. Using an X-Acto knife, we're going to cut around the neck plug and take it out. Now with my long nose pliers, I'm going to reach in and pull out the rest of the hair from the inside. As you can see, all the hair is gone and the head's clean. Using some tape, I'm going to tape Fluttershy right down the middle. So this will make it easier to paint. And so this goes all the way around her body. And on the left side, which is going to be Flutterbat's side, I'm using a bit of yellow and gray mixed in together. And I'm doing this just so that the two sides look different. And we're going to paint just the left side. Using black, I'm going to draw the eyes first. So Flutterbat's eyes are a little bit more angry, so I'm going to draw the upper line, add some lashes, and then we're going to add the whites of the eye. We're going to paint the irises red, recolor the pupils black, and add back the whites of the eye. Now we're going to remove the tape. And as you can see, the line is very clean. Now we're ready to add the mane. I'm using some oven baked clay, so this is already colored. And we're going to roll out a flat piece and have it taper down at the bottom. Now we're going to start shaping it into the shape of the mane. So this is the shape that I came out with. I'm going to take some triangular pieces and add some flyaways to the hair. Fluttershy usually has very sleek hair. This way, Flutterbat's hair looks a little bit messier. Before we add the mane, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to cut off one of the wings. And this is because Flutterbat has a bat wing. So we're just going to cut it right off with an X-Acto knife. Using a flat piece of clay, I'm going to trace out the lines for a bat wing. I'm going to cut it out with an X-Acto knife. Once everything is ready, we're going to bake the clay. I'm actually going to put the whole pony into the oven for about 10 minutes. The clay has hardened on Flutterbat's side and it's looking pretty good. Now we're going to add Fluttershy's mane on the other side. I'm going to custom mix a piece of clay. I'm going to use some hot pink and white and mix it up until it's a lighter pink. Taking a log of clay that's tapered on the end, I'm going to flatten it a little bit and shape it into Fluttershy's mane. And then we're going to attach it on the other side, right in front of the wings here. And we're going to bake it again. For the tail, I'm going to start with one log of Fluttershy pink. So we're going to twist it a little bit at the bottom, just like this. And then we're going to bake the entire tail. Now that the tail is dried, I'm going to take Flutterbat's color and we're going to add a very thin layer just on one side. And this is very easy because the tail is hard already. I'm going to make sure to clean up the edges so that it's clean. And then just like the mane, we're going to add triangular pieces and blend it in to make it look a little bit messy. Once we're done, we're going to bake it again. And for the final touches, I'm going to change the shape of Flutterbat's ears. So we're going to take little triangular pieces and attach it to the back of her ear. So we're going to need 3 of these. And I'm going to blend it well so that it looks like it's part of her ears. We are almost done. All the clay pieces are baked and hardened. All we have to do is paint the body again. So I'm going to use the same grayish yellow and paint the wings and the ears. Alright everyone, so here she is. We have half Fluttershy and half Flutterbat. This was a really fun custom to make. So let me show you Fluttershy's side first. So I kept her body painted the same. I kept her eyes and I kept her cutie mark. I did add in a new piece of hair on the mane and also the tail. So as you can see here, it's a brighter pink and it looks pretty clean, just like the way Fluttershy usually has it. On this other side, we have Flutterbat. So Flutterbat here has kind of an angry eyes. I don't know if you can see this, but her eyes are a lot more anger in the middle. I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to shine some light into her hair. So her eyes are angry and they're red. And she also has some fangs. Or just one actually. I've also changed her body color so it's a little bit more muted. It's a little bit darker like she is in the dark. And here, as you can see, her hair color is also a little bit more muted. It's a softer pink and it's a little bit messier. So her mane here has these little jagged edges that come out so that it looks messy. She has a new set of wings. So these are bat wings. And her ears are also a little bit different. They're a little bit fuzzy here up on top. And also her tail is a different color and also has little pieces coming out. So this was a lot of fun to make and I really like the way she turned out. Let me know down below in the comment section what you think of my Fluttershy Flutterbat split pony. And if you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!